Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrifted Living. My name is Kieran. It's been quite a while since I've shared a video. I want to say it's almost been about a month since I've shared a video, and a lot's been going on, and I just wanted to stop in here and share with you what's been going on, just share some of the things I've been struggling with, some of the things that have been going well, and just sort of catch up. I would like to start sharing videos again. I just needed a break for a while, and I'll explain to you about what's been going on. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is something good, it's something exciting, and that is I have a new pair of glasses. As you can see, I love them. I think they're so cool. And the reason that they are so exciting is because I shared with you guys that I've been having really bad dry eye. My doctor wanted to first see if we could resolve the issues with dry eye before we looked at my prescription being different, because she was saying how dry eye can really affect your vision, and then once that's sort of under control, we could see if there really was a change in my vision. And it turns out that there was quite a significant change in my vision, which makes sense because with my rainbow glasses, which I loved my old glasses, I was having such a hard time seeing like things at a distance, things even up close I was having a hard time seeing. I thought it was all related to the dry eye, but evidently it's not. It is related to my actual vision. So having these glasses in this new prescription has been so amazing. I am so grateful that I can see better again. And I'm also getting contacts as well. So I'm going to give those a try again. My eye doctor told me that the issues with dry eye can cause issues with contacts as well. I'm going to try like a different type of contact lens just to see if that'll work any better. That's something really exciting and good. I hope you guys like the glasses. They are from the website I Buy Direct. I really like these because they're lightweight. So they're just wire frames, and I really like that. They're very, very lightweight. I wanted to get a pair in heart shapes, but they don't make the heart shape in my prescription, unfortunately. I just wanted to jump on here today and talk with you guys about where I've been and sort of what's been going on. And I don't want to always share things with you that are sort of like not negative, but just not super positive, but it's just sort of where I'm at right now. I've been sharing with you guys over the past several videos, over the past several months, that I have been switching mental health medications, and I had this one medication that worked amazing for me. I absolutely loved it. I'm really sad that I cannot take it anymore. I was on this medication for, I want to say over a year, maybe a year and a half, and it completely changed my life. And I loved it. The problem with it is that it was making me gain weight and it was making me sleepwalk. Obviously, those are side effects that impact my day-to-day life. I needed to switch medications, but it's been a really difficult journey finding a new medication that is the right one for me. I'm on my second medication trial since the one that I was on before, the one that like was my absolute favorite medication. I'm on my second trial, and the first one that I tried, I ended up developing a movement disorder related to it, so that one wouldn't work for me either. So I ended up, getting off of that one, and now I'm trying this new med. And it's new within probably the last like 4 months or so. We've been adjusting the dose and, really trying to find the right level for me and sort of trying to find a balance with all of the other meds that I'm on. And it's been really, really hard. I shared a video probably a couple months ago now at this point, where I said that I thought that it was the right medication and I had like a lot of clarity. And I'm not going to say this one is not the right medication, but I've just been having a really hard time with finding the right dose. And that's just a tiring process, like where you see symptom reduction and symptom improvement, and then it like plateaus almost, and then it's like sort of starting from the ground up again. So that's where I've been. I've been having a really hard time with this new med. I just really miss the med that I was on, my first med, which I think I might have, no, I didn't try another. That was the first med I had ever tried, was this one that I loved, that really worked for me. I wish I never had to get off of that med. And I know that I need to do what's right for my body. And obviously if I'm sleepwalking and gaining weight, like that isn't right for me. I've lost almost 30 pounds since getting off that medication. It was just so great. And I just had so much clarity and like complete symptom reduction. Like I just felt like a whole new person. And with this one, I just feel like it's almost just like masking the symptoms, but like I feel like it's not taking the symptoms away. Like if my symptoms were trying to like express themselves, the other medication like made them so they didn't exist. But this one, it feels like it's just like kind of pushing them down, but I still feel them, and it just doesn't feel quite right. And so I don't know. I'm going to be meeting with my psychiatrist to talk with her about it. I also think about the fact that I recently lost my mom within the past year and a half. I know I watch Ann Eckhart's channel, and she talks a lot about life with grief and how year 2 is harder than year 1. And I also may be just experiencing a lot of that, you know, a lot of the reality is setting in of having lost someone, and that's hard, you know, that's sort of a tricky place to be in as well. So I don't know if it's the medication or if it's just sort of what life is like right now. I don't really know. That's sort of where I've been. I've just been really focusing on my mental health and really trying to find balance and like I'm trying so hard to give this med a chance, because I don't want to start from the ground up again. I don't want to completely get off of this medication and have to start a new one, but I need to find something that is the right medication for me. And if this one doesn't feel right, then I just need to be honest about that. I don't know if I'm even going to share this video. Like, I've just lost interest in so many things. Like, it really stinks, because I love YouTube. I love sharing on YouTube. I love being creative, but it's like I haven't gone to Dollar Tree in months, and I used to be there all the time. I used to be there multiple times a week, and I haven't had any interest in going or filming videos about Dollar Tree or filming DIYs, like none of it. I did go thrifting a couple weekends, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, because I needed some new items for my wardrobe. Since I have lost some weight, I needed some new stuff. So I did go thrifting, but I didn't film it. I just didn't feel like taking the camera out and sharing it. And yes, Pip is here. Hello. How are you? What? Ew, why are you wet? Why are you wet? Why is she wet, guys? Does anybody know why Pip is wet right now? Ew. Do you hear that sound? It's her tail hitting the pillow. What? What do you want? She wants a treat. I'll be right back in 1 second. So yeah, I just gave Pip a treat because she is getting back into the routine of filming, and she knows that when I sit down in front of the camera that I will usually give her a treat if she begs enough. It's really hard to say no to her. Like, whenever she wants to be held or whenever she wants to have a treat or just play, I can't say no to her. It's bad. I need to work on that. Like, somebody commented and said, you know, because I talked about having like less interest in things and, you know, just feeling a little lost. Somebody mentioned maybe it's like a life crisis I'm in right now. I'm at this point where I thought I knew who I was and everything has just changed. And so like maybe I'm searching for the new me, the me that exists at 37 after the loss of my mom. You know, like, this person is different, you know, I'll keep mentioning Ann Eckhart because she just has such amazing videos on this topic. But, you know, talking about like your identity changing when you lose somebody, and just like your whole world changes. And I felt like I was sort of holding on to the world I had before my mom passed for a while, and it's just like over the past several months it just sort of left, you know, that desire to hold on to the old. I've been just lost, and I've just kind of felt like maybe like sharing how I've been feeling lost isn't really like the best content to share with you guys. But the more I think about it, the more I think about how I must not be the only person that feels lost, and maybe sharing my journey in this like sort of crossroads, you know, in my life, maybe sharing my journey would help somebody else. Somebody mentioned to me, like, think about what you feel you're really good at. And I came to this realization actually today, and it makes me feel really happy that I came to this realization. But, you know, think about what you're good at, and think about, you know, things that bring you joy, and like sort of, you know, focus on those things. And I had a really, really hard time thinking about what I'm good at. You know, you can think of like hobbies or activities, you know, like playing a sport or doing a craft like knitting or crocheting. And I'm sort of like okay at some stuff. Like that's how I feel. I'm not like super great at those kinds of things. I just sort of have like basic knowledge of everything, which I like because it means that I get to sort of try a bunch of different things. But I was thinking about it today when I was teaching, and I feel like what I'm really good at is encouraging my students. I feel like I'm really good at like just being so excited for them when they are just working so hard and just giving them like all of my support and encouragement. And I feel like I do a really good job at that. So that like gave me some clarity. Teaching is what I have passion for, and particularly watching my students learn and seeing the process is just absolutely amazing. I've always enjoyed that process of watching them learn something and watching them be proud of themselves for it. Just actually today I was working with a student and I was so excited with them for something that they had completed and something they were working on. And I said to myself, like, you're good at encouraging people, so maybe that's what I should lean a little more into, is encouraging people. I love that. That's something I absolutely love doing. I'm the type of teacher that when my students are working on something and if they get something right, I will jump up and dance around and, you know, just be so, I'll just like say so much to them, like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. Like, one of my favorite ways to like show support is to be like, oh my gosh, like you did it, you know, really, really excited. They like it. I think they like it when I act like that, but I'm really good at that. And it's weird for me to say something that I'm good at, but of all things, I'm really good at encouraging. Now what I have to remind myself is I need to be good at encouraging myself, which is really, really hard because I am, you know, I'm harder on myself than anyone else. I feel like this is the first time I've found something that I've been able to identify as something I'm good at. So that's just a little side story. All of that to say, maybe I'm at a crossroads in my life where I'm trying to figure myself out, you know, maybe I'm at a point where Dollar Tree doesn't bring me as much joy as it used to. Maybe it will again. I know this video is kind of random. I didn't even think I was going to sit down and film, but I just haven't talked to you guys in a while and I wanted to just stop by and just, you know, let you guys know I'm here. I'm just sort of going through stuff right now. But maybe, you know, instead of going out and finding content, maybe just realizing that my life is enough to share, you know, that kindness that I need to give myself, that I give to other people, that encouragement that I need to give myself, that I give to other people. Encouraging myself to know that, you know, sharing what I do and sharing my joy and sharing my struggle is something that maybe other people would benefit from. And so maybe sharing that here on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram would be helpful. And I definitely will still go thrifting into garage sales and probably Dollar Tree, but just not as much of a focus. I don't know if I'm even going to share this video. It's been a little bit rambly, but all of that to say, I'm here. Hopefully I'm back sharing, and hopefully you'll join me on this journey of sharing here on YouTube and sort of being active again in this space. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of my journey, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos. So that's all for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.